Mike here with ShockSims, and today I'm going to show you how to install the ARC-MAX on the Duramax Sierra Denali's and Silverado High Countries. Let's get started. The ARC-MAX is going to come with 11 zip ties, 4 ShockSims for each corner, and the only tools you're going to need are some snips or scissors, and a standard flathead screwdriver or a slightly smaller one. Before we hop underneath, here's an example of what we're doing with the screwdriver. For this shock cap, you're going to want to get this screwdriver through this hole to push this gray tab out. Once that's pushed out, you're going to want to depress that section, put the screwdriver in here, and rotate to help dislodge this connector. That will make it a little bit easier for us to get everything out so we can connect our ShockSims. Now let's hop underneath the rear. Here we are at the right rear driver's side shock, and here's the connector we want to disconnect. So go ahead and get your flathead screwdriver, push it through the hole to dislodge this gray tab. Once that's dislodged, you're going to want to push down on that gray tab, put the screwdriver in between the connector and the cap, and slightly rotate it to release the connector. Once you have it loose, you can easily pull it to disconnect it. Before connecting our ShockSim, go ahead and push that gray tab back in so that way it's locked. That way once you connect our ShockSim, you'll hear it audibly click to make sure that it's connected securely. Before going any further, let's find a suitable mounting location. In this case, this right rear wire is connected right here onto this hose. So let's go ahead and just snap that off. So now we have a lot more flexibility on where we can locate it. Our recommendation is up as high as possible, and directly on the other side we can see that there's this mounting rail which already has wires tucked in behind it. What we want to do is locate the shock on the top here, and we can securely mount it around this bracket. That way the ShockSim is less likely to be damaged. To connect the shock, go ahead and find the locking tab, which is on this inner side, and the locking tab will go in line with the gray latch. Go ahead and align the connector and push down till you hear the snap. With that secured, now we can mount it. If it doesn't snap easily, disconnect it and reset that gray tab and try again. With our mounting location picked out, go ahead and connect the 2 zip ties together to extend it, pass it through the ShockSim mounting hole, and then work the zip ties to make sure that it's secured in that location. And with snips or scissors, go ahead and trim up your excess zip tie. And for the driver's side rear, now we're done. Here's a shot of the passenger side rear. You're going to want to disconnect that connector from here. It's a little bit short of a run. You can cut the zip tie off to give you a little bit more slack. But as you see here, we have this rail here, and add the ShockSim right on top and secure it there as well. For the driver's side front, what we're looking for is this connector here. We have a red tab. Go ahead and pull that out. And just behind that red tab is a black tab that we can push down. Once you push that down, it can disconnect easily. Go ahead and re-enable that red locking tab, so that way when you connect the ShockSim, you'll hear the audible click. For mounting location, again within reach of this harness, this wrapped harness up top here would be a great candidate to zip tie our ShockSim to. With our ShockSim, go ahead and make that connection secure and make sure you hear it click. Connect 2 of these zip ties like we did for the rear. Make sure the zip tie is going around the harness and the entire ShockSim, and zip tie it down to secure it. Come back to trim up your zip tie ends, and your installation is done. Here are some extra tips. For the rear, if you'd like the module to be up higher and not on that bracket that I showed you, in the front, this is actually an extension cable, this harness here, that connects directly to the shock. You can go ahead and disconnect this, remove the mounting points here, and take this wiring harness to the rear and connect it so that way you can lift up the module even higher. If you're modifying your vehicle's height to where the ride height sensor link can no longer connect to the ride height sensor arm, we provided 3 extra zip ties, so that way you can zip tie it as close to the original position as possible. You don't want the sensor to be all the way released, and you don't want the sensor to be all the way maxed out. You want to have it zip tied mid-travel. If you have any additional questions for your Duramax, go ahead and reach out to us by email or call us directly and we'll get right back to you.